Another week, another Smash update. This week, the 11th week. And I'm Casey, and I'm here with Brendan. We're going to talk about, you guessed it, Smash, because I already said it. But first, let's talk about Ness.
Yes, Ness. He was one of the demo characters, so we actually know a lot more about him than most other characters that just got a trailer. For instance, he's been buffed all around. I don't like Ness personally. I know it's a hot take. Sorry, Andrew Goldfarb. This is a weird, big-headed child showed up in my Smash game, just like, who is this?
Did you feel like that in the 64 version?
Yes, I was just like, who is this secret character? He's got a dumb face. I don't like him.
You know, I didn't know who he was either, and then I tried to use PK Thunder and failed multiple times.
Yeah,
so I just
wasn't a big JRPG
gave up on
person.
that and used the real PK Thunder user,
But
Pikachu.
for the people who did like him, you'll like him a lot more because he's gotten buffs all across the board. He's faster, he jumps higher. A lot of his PK animations are a little more in line with their Earthbound series, like they actually have the effects and some of the sound effects.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is nice. His PK Fire is now a lot bigger and it's easier to trap enemies. Usually, like, you hit the lead fly out. I know, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. PK Fire is better, it traps people, it's bigger, it's a little less lag for him to cast it. PK Thunder, now when the lightning bolt gets close to him, you'll see a little red indicator on the side that shows you where your trajectory will go once it hits you.
That's really
So
nice.
you can easily blast the enemies. Again, I hate this, but I'm glad for Ness fighters who will be able to enjoy that. PK Flash can now move a little bit faster and it goes through platforms that you didn't used to.
Cool.
And then we know his Star Storm ability now has his friends with him as well. But yeah, all around he's kind of better. I know his down smash, his yo-yo attack, can now dangle off edges, so he's better at edge guarding. So I'm kind of terrified. I know Sean Finnegan in the office is a good Ness player, and I'm terrified to go up against him now.
Ness was one of the few fighters I was able to fight against when we were at E3, and I kept getting caught in that PK Fire, and now I know why, because it was buffed.
Yeah, all around buffs to him, I think.
So really great for Ness players, not so great news to everyone else who fights people who made Ness. Moving on, next update, which I'm really excited about, is Rathalos, the Assist Trophy. Of course I'm excited. I'm super excited. So they announced Rathalos in that really big direct that we got a few weeks ago, and he will not only just be a boss, but also an Assist Trophy.
Yeah, they wouldn't say he's a boss, but he did appear in that Monster Hunter plane all by himself against a one player. So that's very kind of boss-like.
Yeah.
But he's also an Assist Trophy.
Yeah, and he actually appeared in the Ancient Step, which was a Monster Hunter 4 stage. But anyway, that doesn't matter for the Assist Trophy. But you know, one thing I saw that was interesting is that Nintendo on the blog says he uses Fire Breath. That's wrong. He doesn't have Fire Breath. He doesn't have a breath weapon.
Ooh, you got schooled by Casey.
He has Fireball. It is a different thing. They do different damages. Just look them up in your player's manual of D&D. They're two different spell attacks.
Who copied this?
But Rathalos is very clearly, it's a ball that shoots from his mouth. He doesn't actually breathe.
He looks like he's going to be a very tough Assist Trophy. If you get him, you're going to be in luck. He uses a lot of aerial moves, so you'll have to actually use probably aerial moves to fight him off. If you can KO him, I'd probably just avoid him if I could.
Well, in the Monster Hunter series, you can actually cut off Rathalos' tail, which would be really fun if you could do that, if you could knock him out of the air and cut off his tail in this game.
It'd be devious.
We haven't seen that, but yeah, he goes Fireball, aerial attacks, and he also has a roar that can stun people.
I don't like that.
I'm excited to get him. I wonder if his theme music will start playing when he comes out. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
Yeah.
Next on our list of Smash updates for this week is a new music track.
Yeah, it's a very, very chill track. It's one of the Yoshi's New Island main theme, and it was composed by, I have the name, Shota Kagayama. He worked at Game Freak for a long time, making one of your favorite music tracks, Black and White, X and Y, Omega Alpha, and... No.
Black and White 2.
Black and White 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Alpha Sapphire. He's now, I think, freelancing his own company, but he still does work for Pokemon and will actually be doing music for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So this is cool that he gets to do some Yoshi tracks.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
He also worked on some arrangements for a Monster Hunter compilation.
Yeah, a lot of compilations I noticed in his works, so I'm really excited.
Which is interesting because I feel like this music track sounds very different from the tracks that you're used to hearing for Pokemon and Monster Hunter especially.
It's like...
It's very chill.
Yeah, it's not like, you know,
islandy.
we had like the Gangplank Island, which is very epic.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of more like, yeah, let's just have fun, let's just party around. That's cool.
It is really neat. And next up we have New Dock City, which is also very music-centered.
Yeah, this is actually the last of the new stages to be announced. unless we get any more. Those are the ones that Sakurai showed off, in all 103. New Donk City, and then there's the Great Plateau, Moray Towers, and Dracula's Castle. So New Donk, we saw like little hints of it before, like it was in Mario's character background. We saw in his video that he briefly showed up in that area, but now we know that it's kind of like it's one of those moving stages where it starts one area and then it goes somewhere else for a bit. And there's the New Donk City Plaza, which looks like it's a walk-off stage because it's very long and you don't see any edges anywhere.
Yeah.
And then it goes up to the skyscrapers for a bit too, so I'm pretty sure it goes to different buildings and after a while. And at these areas, you'll find the musicians from Mario Odyssey that in a quest you had to find all of them around the city and bring them back to Mayor Pauline so that she could have her little band. And this actually is the same in Smash Brothers, where if you find them on these little background platforms and jump into them, they'll go back to the plaza and start playing with Pauline. And that's kind of interesting because I wonder if that means that every track will be altered slightly, because they said that when you have them, the music will change because of their inclusion, which happened in Odyssey. So I wonder if it's only going to be for if they play like the New Donk City theme music, or if they play Jump Up Superstar, will that change for every character you get?
That'd be really interesting. If there's no way they did that for every track in the game, though.
Yeah, especially because if you could have maybe 5 to 10 different tracks per stage that you can choose from. So I bet one or three.
Maybe a few.
Who knows? I'm so excited to play on that stage.
I am too. I mean, I know a lot of you are probably sick of Jump Up Superstar, especially people who were at our IGN booth during that year at E3. But I'm not sick of it.
I like the New Donk City theme in general, too.
Yeah, they're good music from Super Mario Odyssey, included in New Donk City. But next, let's talk about Peach, who was my worst nightmare in Melee. She was so OP. She was so her down smash was just so good. Just collects everyone under her skirt, and then
you might be happy to learn that she got some buffs, but she also got a little bit of a change. If your name is Fran Mirabella III.
Oh no! Yeah, Fran uses Peach, and he's so good with her.
You might be upset to learn that her forward smash no longer has that scripted cycle of using the frying pan, the tennis racket, and the different abilities. Now it's randomized.
Oh, okay.
So you can't line up that next smash that you know is going to do a specific trajectory. Now it's all randomized where her next smashes be. However, I noticed that her grab moves all use Toad now.
Oh yeah, Toad is way more inclusive with her now.
He has gone through such an arc. Like he used to be like, no, don't hit me with like the spore attack, and now it's more like he's just like, excuse me, you messed with my princess?
Yeah.
We're gonna
I will
problems.
defend you.
He headbutts people into the ground or through throws, and also with the spore attack, he's like, get down, Mr. President, and like he's like right in front. I like how aggressive he looks. I kind of wish he's his own character, but you know.
This is really, really purposeful.
It's
I guess
fun.
he's part of Peach's character. Oh, one thing I just noticed about Peach and Daisy is like besides their hair and their clothing, there's one big difference between them. It's their eyelashes. Daisy's eyelashes come out to the side, and Peach's go all the way up.
Cue the X-Files theme music.
I don't know why I just noticed that, and I don't think it matters that much.
As far as a new mechanical thing that I noticed is her up smash, where he has that little ribbon that goes up when she does it. It now has a heart at the top, and when watching the footage, you can see that heart has a hitbox of its own. So that kind of extends her reach a little bit more for the up smash, which is a nice little change.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Do you play as Peach?
No, I looked at the Fran. Yeah, like you, I've had some good rounds with Peach, some bad rounds with Peach.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how much more she's changed. We did get to play in the demo. Hopefully we'll get to see her soon in playable form.
I guess we'll see if she's still in one of those top 3 tiers, if she's been in all these last couple of games of Smash.
Yeah.
But next we have a less common character, Wolf.
Returning after 10-year absence, I think.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun. He actually has like his new kind of face model from Star Fox Zero, but he keeps like the generic, his old clothing. He actually moves differently too.
I noticed
back in what was it, Brawl?
Yeah.
He kind of had like this like limping gait when he ran.
Well, yeah, he was really like hunched over and way more beast-like than like Fox
he's
or
kind of
Falco
gone a little more like Fox and Falco when he's upright. So his moves are actually identify with that. He's a little bit faster. He doesn't have that weird loping crawl anymore. He's also got some updated moves all around. His blaster looks different. It fires different colors now. I think it used to be green, now it's purple.
So, and before, are they still as slow as they were before?
Still as slow.
But more powerful.
And his Wolf Flash, where he does like the side thing, it used to leave him very vulnerable after the end, kind of like it did in all characters in Brawl. Now he actually has a little more movement options out of that.
Okay.
We also saw that he has his variation of the Final Smash with his crew comes in with all the Wolfens. We don't know if it's different than Fox or Falco's, or if they all just operate the same way. That remains to be seen. But I like how he's looking now. I think he has some different throw animations now. He has like this downward throw that's really nice. But yeah, I'm happy to see him back.
I know for fans of Fox and Falco, he was an interesting change of pace that played kind of similarly enough, just a little bit more heavy. So yeah. I'm interested to see what players do
and
with him in their arsenal
one
again.
cool note that they mentioned in the text when they announced him on the update was saying that if you play as him against Fox or Falco, you might hear a unique line of dialogue. And some people didn't know this, but in the past couple Smash games, when you have matches against specific opponents, like a one-on-one situation, there's a chance in their victory pose that they'll actually call out that other character.
Oh, that's cool.
So, for instance, if you have Fox fight Falco and he wins, he'll kind of diss Falco. And then versus the other way around, we actually have some footage I just got of that.
Better luck next time, Falco.
Fox! You can also go back and check right now. Palutena, Pit, and Dark Pit all have little quips that they have a chance to say. Dark Pit actually says, "Where's your goddess now, Pit?" So just like, whoa, dial it down.
That's a little bit.
Lucina will call out Robin, both different versions, female and male, against also Marth and Ike. It's pretty cool, and I hope there's more of that. There's not a whole lot of characters in Smash that actually talk to each other, but it would be cool to have those more interactions. So yeah, I kind of want to see what Wolf's like.
I wonder if Pokemon Trainer will diss Pikachu.
You belong to me now.
That's all we have for you for Week 11 of the Smash Updates. Make sure to check back next week for Week 12 of Smash Updates, because we will be doing this until the end of the year.
Or the end of time.
Who knows? Thank you for watching, and for everything else, stick with IGN.